All right, so we are checking out the Andsky or Andsky S700. The S is for Sparks 700. Foldable e-bike. So I know a lot of you guys have seen other videos where I've talked about, my truck, which is a large truck that can easily transport stuff. Well, I want to talk about a bike that you can easily fold up and fit inside your small car, your midsize SUV, and bring along with you while you're on the trails, while you're out camping, something to have fun with the family. So while this is small and compact, it can be folded down. However, if you wanted to, you could just put this on a bike rack and easily transport it. For being a small compact bike, it actually does have very beefy tires. These are 20 by 4 inch, fairly knobby tires. I've really only gone with bikes that have the knobbier tires, and that's really all I'm interested in. So that's probably all I will review on this channel. But it does have the 20 by 4, a little bit smaller. So if you have a rack built for a larger bike, you can usually just adjust that a little bit and it will fit perfectly fine. Or like I said, this does fold up, so you probably don't even need a bike rack. So this is run with a rear drive hub. This is a 1200 watt peak and a 768 watt battery capacity. It does claim that the top speed is about 30 miles an hour. I'm about 180 pounds, so this can go up to, I believe, 350, but you probably won't be able to get as much speed and as much range. I do believe they claim about 45 miles to 60 miles per charge. You can do 5 power levels. So those 5 levels will put out more power the more you pedal, or if you want more power when you're actually using the throttle, it'll put out more power there. This does have a Shimano 7-speed derailleur on the back. However, when you are pedaling in the highest power level and you are in 7th gear, you're likely going to be ghost pedaling, and that does mean that the engine is putting out more power than your legs can keep up with. That is good if you want to limit the top speed on this, but as with most e-bikes, it would be nice to have a little bit different gearing ratio so you can really keep that speed going. I will show you right here how to actually fold this up and put it together when you first get it. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and take this thing out, see how it rides. All right, so I'm just testing these out around my neighborhood and seeing how it actually rides. Kind of messing around with the different types of pedaling and seeing, kind of where we are. Starting off here in 3, then we're going to 4. Now 3 and 4 do feel about the most comfortable, I believe. When you start getting up to 5, I would recommend wearing a little bit more protection because 30 miles an hour is no joke on one of these, so I don't necessarily feel as comfortable at 30 miles an hour. I was actually able to get all the way up to 31, even though I do believe they claim 30 miles an hour is the top speed limit. Now, I do live in Colorado. I am in the foothills, but still, there are hills here. It's not completely flat, so it's very likely that I'm getting 31 just because, I'm going down a hill, possibly. Somewhere around 30 is probably about your top speed. Not that I would necessarily recommend that you go that fast without a full-face helmet. So I was actually really surprised. It does have really good, those disc brakes are really, really good. I was able to stop and, really kind of locked up those wheels a few times when I really slammed down on them. So that is really comforting. Now, typically I will pedal if I'm down in like mode 3 or mode 2. In the 5 setting for the power assist mode, you're going to get some ghost pedaling anywhere above like 20 miles an hour. So if I'm in 4 or 5, I typically just go ahead and use that throttle. Go ahead here, we're going to actually slam on those brakes pretty hard. Able to lock them up. Like I said, this is a really comfortable bike. It is kind of smaller. It doesn't take up as much space, but it basically feels like you're riding a regular bike. You have that easy pass through with your legs, but it does feel like any other bike. Now I have manual bikes and I have e-bikes, and they both feel about this same height, so I really like the riding position. Start out in 1, we'll top speed it. We are going a little uphill, but let's do 1 through 5 and see what the top speed is. 6. It's like 13. 19. Switched over to 5, but then I came to a stop sign, so yeah, you're seeing here in pedal assist 5, I mean, we are going uphill, topping out at about 30 miles an hour here, but you saw earlier that I was able to get a little bit above that. It does hit 31 here, and that is even going uphill. So pretty impressive for an e-bike that, you know, isn't like a $3,000-$4,000 e-bike. So I will say this is very comfortable. Obviously, I'm just on the road, so it's a paved road. I'm not feeling any of that bouncing from the road, so it's very comfortable. A lot of that has to do with the actual knobby, the big tires on there. They're going to absorb a lot of that shock. It's going to be like a car, you know, the bigger the tires, the smaller the rims, the more shock absorption you're going to get. So even though this doesn't have full-on suspension all the way throughout, it is going to be a pretty comfortable ride. But that being said, guys, this is really all around a pretty comfortable bike, especially something if you want to bring it to like a dirt road. It's going to be doing pretty much everything you need to do. I do like that everything locks in place really nice, because I was a little worried initially about a folding bike and whether it would just unfold on me, but I have no worries about this thing. I'm very confident about it, and it's a pretty good price point for what you're getting. I have other e-bikes that are right around this exact same neighborhood, and this one's actually faster than those, and it's pretty comfortable compared to some of the other ones that are, you know, closer to $2,000 or $3,000. So I really do enjoy this bike, but let's go ahead and get it back to the house, and I'll show you a little bit more. All right, so we have done about a little under 10 miles here. So I do really like the display on here. It is right where I would want it to be. I do really like that a lot. We've got the turn signals back here. Oh, and I haven't even removed this yet. But yeah, you've got the turn signals back there, headlight, and you can adjust the amount of power that it's going to give you while you're pedaling. Now, I will say that once this gets around 20 miles per hour, or maybe like 18, 19, you start ghost pedaling. And basically what that means is as you pedal, you're not really catching on there. It's just kind of freely spinning. So I think maybe the gearing's a little off on the back. However, for the most part, I think most people probably be pedaling up to about 20. And then after that, they'll just full on use the trigger here. So this is the Shimano 7-speed. Any of these settings from 1 to 5, you'll probably not even need the first 5 there. I basically stayed in 6 and 7 the whole time when I was pedaling. I do like how adjustable the height is. I was fine where it was, but you can go all the way up if you want to. If you want to fold this, hold this, undo that, and then you'll be able to fold it. A similar motion where you'll unlock that and then it'll fold over. Definitely want to keep that locked down in there so that it's not gonna, you know, come undone and unfold on you while you're riding. Although the motion of going forward is probably not going to allow that. I do think this bike is very well balanced. The weight being in the middle is really nice. This is a rear hub, as most bikes in this price range are gonna be. This one is incredibly well priced. I believe at the time of filming, this is somewhere under $1,000. So to get this $750, this you know, foldable e-bike at, you know, less than $1,000 is pretty wild considering the prices of some other ones. Now, there is a basket that I got that goes on the front. There is the one on the back that comes standard with it. Everything that you're seeing here comes standard with the bike and is already pre-assembled. All you have to do when you get this is just unfold everything and it's ready to go right out of the box. So max of 25 kilograms on the rear. I will add the front one here soon. I do believe this is the fastest e-bike that I've ever tested. I was getting like 31 miles per hour. Actually feels pretty secure on this bike. even at 31 miles an hour. So if I am going 31 miles an hour, I would like to be wearing long sleeves, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm also wearing shorts as well. From my motorcycle days, I'll tell you right now, please, if you're going to be going any faster than, like, let's say 15, 20 miles an hour, wear some long sleeve stuff, because road rash is no joke. This thing is really great for the price. I mean, we're talking standard. It comes with Shimano derailleurs here. Obviously it's going to be a single speed in the front. You've got 7 in the back, and you do have a guard for the derailleur, and you also have a guard up here for the wiring, the batteries, all that. I haven't used this in the back yet, but I will probably run some errands here in a few, head to the grocery store. I'll be able to, you know, put some bags up here on a box. Now we're in perfect weather right now, so it's no big deal, but this will be great when it is raining or snowy here, as well as the rear. You know, hate having that that water come back at you and get your legs wet, and also the back of your shirt. So great that this comes with that. You also do have front and rear disc brakes, pretty much the only way to go. I don't know of any e-bike brands that don't do disc brakes, but you do get that on here as well. You also have the 20 by 4 inch. So, you know, on a regular pedal bike that doesn't have any assistance, no e-bike, the fat tire thing, because it's just pretty hard to pedal compared to more narrow tire. But with the assistance and with the size of this bike, it actually feels pretty good even without the assistance on there. The 20 by 4 is really nice. S700, the Sparks 700.